Hey guys, this is Robert Webb with the Destination NJ home selling team. Today, I'm bringing you a market update for Bridgewater, New Jersey. We're going to compare April of 2021 back with April of 2020. A quick note is we have to remember that April and May of 2020 was the peak of the COVID shutdown. So things might seem like they're blowing up in terms of inventory as we go through this data, but we just have to remember where we were a year ago and appreciate where we are today. If you love this type of content, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna bring you these every single month. So if you wanna keep on top of the housing data, make sure you subscribe. Now, let's jump into the data. We saw 76 new homes hit the market in April of 2021, comparing that with 35 last April, which is a 117% increase in inventory year over year. We saw homes come out anywhere from 180,000 all the way up to $1.45 million in April 2021, with an average list price of $590,000. When we compare that with April of 2020, that had an average list price of $521, we see a 13% increase year over year in that list price. We saw 44 homes sell in April with an average closed sales price of $531,000. Compare that with April of 2020, where we saw an average sales price of $511,000. That's a 4% increase year over year. And the days on market reigns true with a lot of the previous months' data we've seen. The average days on market in April 2021 was 24 days on market, which is a 47% decrease in the amount of time it took your home to get sold compared with April 2020, where the average days on market was 45 days. Now, let's break the overall data down into the single family market and then the condos and townhomes. On the single family side, we saw 58 new listings hit the market in April 2021. That's a 107% increase over last April, where we only saw 28 single family homes hit the market. We saw them come out at an average price of $644,000, which is a 15% increase over April 2020, where we saw an average list price of $560,000. Now, on the close side, we saw an average close price in April 2021 of $594,000. Comparing that with April 2020, where we saw an average sales price of $530,000, that's a 12% increase year over year. And the days on market continues from the general data. We saw an average days on market for April 2021 of 26 days, compared with 40 days on market last year, representing a 35% decrease year over year in the amount of time it takes to get your home sold. Now, let's switch gears and take a look at townhomes and condos. We saw 18 new listings hit the market in April of 2021, compared with only 7 homes last year, representing a 157% increase in inventory. We saw them come out at an average price point of $417,000. That's a 14% increase year over year from last April, where we saw $365,000 as the average list price. Now, the closed data is super surprising. We saw an average closed sales price on the townhomes and condo side in this April of $316,000. Last year, we saw an average closed sales price of $373,000. That's a 15% decrease in sales price year over year. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we dug into that to see a lot more of the lower end condos as opposed to the townhouses selling year over year, but we're gonna keep an eye on this trend and bring it to you, so make sure you subscribe. Now, the days on market is very consistent with what we've been seeing. We saw an average days on market for townhomes and condos of 15 days. Just about 2 weeks on market to get your home sold, compared with 77 days on market last year, representing an 81% decrease year over year. That is crazy. If you have any questions about this data, I always want to invite you to reach out to me, Robert at destinationnj.com, if you have any question about buying, selling, or the market. Now, let's take a look at 17 Andover Avenue in Bridgewater as our featured home of the month. This 4-bed, 2.5 bath house has one of the nicest backyards I've seen in a while. It just came out at $725,000 and was just recently renovated in 2020. The kitchen comes fully loaded with double wall ovens, a 5-burner stove, and even has a greenhouse window for fresh herbs. A chef's dreams that has absolutely stunning views of the magnificent in-ground pool right from your kitchen. There's also a sunroom and a wraparound deck that really add to the experience in the backyard. As we gear up for the warmer weather, this backyard is ready for a barbecue or catching some rays with a good book. If you want to see this home in person or any home that's ever on the market, reach out to me and my team at robert@destinationnj.com. We would love to help you in your journey of buying or selling in Bridgewater. I'll see you in the next one.